Hello, this is Andy, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the Facebook Megapixel and install it inside of your funnels. Also, if you stay to the end, I'll show you how you can save up to 14% on all your Facebook ad costs. Let's get started. In order to get this started, the first thing that you're going to do is obviously you're going to log into Facebook. Now you're going to go over to Meta for Business. That's going to be at business.facebook.com/overview. If you've never set up a business manager before, this is what you'll be presented with. You're going to put in the name of your business, you'll put in your name, and you'll put in your business email address. And then you'll hit submit. And then you're going to need to confirm with your email address to have full access to the account. After clicking done, you'll come to this screen. You'll go to settings, business info, and then you'll need to fill out your business information right here just by clicking on edit. After filling out all that information, on the left-hand side, you'll go to add account and you'll click add right here. And then you'll create a new ad account. You'll fill out the ad account name, put in the time zone, which currency, you'll state who the ad account is for, and you'll agree to the terms. And you'll create the ad account. And then after that, you'll need to add your payment information. Since this is just a dummy account, I'm not going to do that right now. I'll hit done. Now that I've done that, I'll go down to data sources on the left-hand side. I'll scroll down to data set and pixels, and I'll click add right here. And I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to use the same name and hit create. The next thing I'll do, I go to the events manager. Now I'm inside my events manager. I will set up my Megapixel. Now, there's two different ways to do this. You can either check for a partner or install the code manually. What I'm going to do is to install the code manually. I just click right here and you'll see the code appear. You're going to click copy code. This is the code inside our funnel or website that we'll use to do all the tracking with. I think it's best always to just put it in a notebook so that you always have it at the ready anytime that you need to add it to any new pages or any new websites. Off screen, I'm adding this to the Notes app on my Mac. Now I need to add my pixel to my funnel. You can also do this with a website very easily. I'll click on the funnel of my choosing, and I'm going to go into settings right here. Now there's an area called head tracking code. This is where you'll put the actual pixel. You'll paste it right in here. After you do that, scroll down and click save. Now this will cover the whole funnel on every single page. One of the things though that I want to teach you is that it says page view right over here. This is very key and very, very important. This will allow page views to be tracked on every page of your funnel. Now that we're tracking page views, we next want to be able to track that we've received a lead. And in this case, we'll go to our thank you page, click on edit, and then we'll click on the tracking code icon right here at the top. We'll paste the code in again, but this time we're going to add an extra line. All we need to do is copy this, hit the enter key, type in lead. This way we know when they've arrived at the thank you page, they have now become a lead. And I'll click save. Other choices that you can have are purchase, schedule, and many, many more. Now let's preview this and make sure that it's working. I'll click on lead magnet and I'll click the preview right here. In order to test if you've done this right, I suggest that you use Chrome and you download an extension called the Megapixel helper. This will show you exactly what is functioning, what is firing on this page. As you can see, my Pixel ID is right here and it's a page view. I know that this page works correctly. And if I preview the thank you page, you'll notice I have a number 2 right here because I have both the lead and the page view. Now we're ready to move further. For this next part, I'm going to need to make sure that I have a domain connected to my funnel. In order to do that, all I need to do is go to settings, choose one of the domains that I have, scroll down, click save, and I'm ready to go. I have an actual URL for my funnel. From the page that we copied our code from, we'll scroll down and click continue. And then I always like to turn on the advanced matching. I can verify the customer's information from the information they already have in Facebook. And then I click done. Now that I've done that, I need to set up my events. I click right here and I'll use the URL that I have right here to test to make sure the events are working correctly. I'll paste it right in and click Add Events. This dialog box will appear on the page. I'll click Track a URL. I'll choose Select an Event. In this case, I'll use Page View, and I'll just hit Confirm. I'll fill out the form. I'll click Track URL again, and this time I'll choose Lead. Now, if I want to, I can put a value on this lead, but right now I'm just going to leave it as is and click Confirm. And then I'll click Finish Setup, and then click Finish right here. And they always want to know if it's helpful or not, so I'll click Yes, I'll click Submit, and I'll click Done. And you'll see that it's now 100% complete. Sometimes you need to refresh the page in order to see that 100% complete. Now that it's 100% complete, I need to verify the domain. In order to do that, I'm going to go back to this pancake menu right here and click on Business Settings. I'll scroll down to the Brand Safety and choose Domains and click Add right here. I'll click Create a Domain and I'll paste that link in there again. But now I'll just delete the back end of it. And I'll also delete all the extra stuff. I want just the pure domain and I'll click Add. Now I need to verify the domain. In order to do that, I come down here, I choose this meta information, I'll come back to the funnel, click on Settings, go back to the head tracking code, and paste it right there. Scroll down and click Save. Next, I'll go to Settings, I'll go to Domain, and I'll make sure that I've set the default page for the home page of that URL. So I'm going to choose Lead Magnet and Lead Magnet right there. That is the default page for the URL and for the funnel. And I'll click Save. I'll go back to the Verify page, scroll down to the bottom and click Verify Domain. And as you can see, the domain is verified. Now, sometimes there's a bit of a glitch and it will say failed in that area, but at the top left, it'll say verified. So just make sure that it says verified. This can take up to 72 hours to get right. Now that the domain is verified, next, you'll need to do the Conversions API. This will save you over 14% in all of your costs. It used to be back in the day, you could put your pixel just about anywhere and it would get tracked. But then companies such as Apple decided they would let people choose whether or not they could be tracked or not. As you can imagine, a lot of people decided that no, they would not like to be tracked. So Facebook came up with Conversions API. This allows you to put a code into your workflows in order to get a more accurate tracking and reduce your costs. To get your Conversions API, all you need to do is go into Data Sources and click here on Pixels. Now make sure that you choose the one that says Megapixel. And then over here, click on Events Manager. When you get to this page, go to Settings and go over here and grab the Dataset ID. This is actually your Pixel ID number and keep that for safekeeping. After you do that, scroll down to Conversions API and go to Setup Direct Integration. You're going to click right here on Generate Access Token and then click on Generate Access Token again in blue. Take your token and keep that for safekeeping also. We're going to use that inside of HighLevel. This will be used within your automations in order to track the performance of the Facebook ads. Go into the automation that you're going to be working on. Now this works for all forms, order forms, surveys, and so forth. You'll click on the plus sign and type in API. Choose Meta Conversion API. Paste your access token right in here, then put the Pixel ID right there. And choose your event. It can be a funnel event, a lead event, or an Instagram DM. I'm going to choose lead event. And then click Save Action. And that's all it takes to save over 14% on your ad costs with the Conversions API. If you like this video and you like what we're doing here, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.